Hi guys, Karan Ratti here again and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about dark circles, a hot topic. You guys have asked me to make a video on dark circles because it's the most misunderstood. Nobody knows why dark circles happen. But as a skin scientist who makes products for a living, a dermo-biologist, somebody who studies skin regeneration, I can understand the science behind dark circles better. So today I'm going to be talking about this hot topic of dark circles, and you really need to know this because if you don't know this, then you're going to be misled by not just brands, but a lot of other influencers who talk about dark circles and, why they even happen. The problem is these days with ChatGPT, you can just go online and search, why do dark circles happen? And you know what ChatGPT does? ChatGPT may be intelligent, but it's not inherently an expert. It goes out there, looks at the internet just like you would, fetches information, brings it down, consolidates it, and gives you a report. Which means that, for example, if I start writing an article about dark circles and I say dark circles happens because your liver is damaged, and I make 50 different articles on Google about how liver damage causes dark circles, ChatGPT is most likely going to tell you that liver damage causes dark circles, unless you go with various other apps or AI apps that can actually go and search genuine studies and then get you an answer. But here's the problem. There are not a lot of studies that are done on dark circles because dark circles was never a big issue for Western population. And where is most of the high-end research and studies conducted? It's in the West. It's in Europe. It's in North America. And now, of course, also in Asia, like Japan, Korea, Taiwan. So these are the countries that generally do a lot of research. And because these countries and people in these countries don't have a lot of dark circle issues, they've not really done a lot of research on this. Dark circles is quintessentially a big Indian problem. So there have to be labs and researchers and scientists in skincare. We need a lot more of them in India doing more studies on dark circles. But as a skin scientist, I can understand the molecular mechanisms and the biochemistry and the cellular biology for why dark circles happen. And here's the thing, you probably didn't know this, but in any given person at any given time, there are 6 different types of dark circles that are present. Okay, I'm going to list out all of these and you look into the mirror and find out what kind of dark circles do you have. Number 1 is pigmented dark circles that looks like this. Pigmented dark circles happen when you have excess pigmentation that is happening on or around your eye area. If it's periorbital, we call it dark circles. If it is infraorbital, then we call it under eyes. Whether it's dark circles or under eyes, if they're dark in color like this, then you have pigmented dark circles. That's number 1. Number 2, you have dermal pigmented dark circles. This usually happens in people who are older in age, where the pigmentation is not really happening on the surface, but it's actually getting deposited on the lower layer, which is the dermal layer. Dermal pigmentation is very difficult to get rid of because it's like a tattoo. And there are ways to remove tattoo, but the eye area is just so sensitive, they cannot use some of those aggressive techniques. But dermal pigmentation also happens around the eye area, so that's called dermally pigmented dark circles. Number 3, you have edema or puffiness. Puffiness usually happens because of lack of sleep. Edema also happens because of redness, inflammation in the body. It causes these kind of puffy under eyes, not usually dark circles. It can happen on the upper eyelid as well. But if you have these kinds, then sleep can help you a little bit. Reducing inflammation in your body can help you a little bit. I'm going to talk a little bit about that, but this is the 3rd type. The 4th type is vascular. Vascular is, if you've ever noticed that redness or that bluish black color under your eyes, that is vascular, where there are small, thin blood capillaries that sit at the surface of the skin or they're nearer to the surface of the skin. So you can actually see them and your eyes become this, bluish, purplish color. Often it looks like tired eyes. Even when you've not got a lot of sleep, then you're going to have these kind of dark circles as well. By the way, edema and puffiness, the one that I talked about, which was the 3rd on the list, also happens because of lymphatic accumulation. And lymphatic accumulation happens for many reasons, but one of the biggest causes is lack of sleep. The 5th one is thickening of the skin. Looks like this, especially prone in people who have high insulin levels in the body. If you're pre-diabetic or you're diabetic, and you have acanthosis nigricans, which is a fancy word for saying that you have darkness or thickness of the skin either behind your neck or in your underarms or in your private areas. You probably also have thickness of the skin around your eye area. We also call this constitutional dark circles or under eyes. where the thickness creates, because there's more skin over there, it appears darker, especially if you have darker skin tone. If you are very light in skin color, then even if you have thickness around your eyes, it's not going to be as bad as if you have a darker skin tone. And finally, you have under eye bags, often because of fat accumulation. So this is mostly genetic. You cannot control it just because you have excess body weight that this is happening. Even people who are very thin and very slim can have fatty under eyes. Now, when it comes to fat accumulation, the way to get rid of it is actually get rid of the fat. Now, there are clinical techniques that you can do that. You can go to your plastic surgeon, get blepharoplasty done, ask them about it, or you can go to your dermatologist and they can do certain other techniques to help dissolve the fat under your skin. It's very tricky, by the way, but a trained dermatologist can probably help you with that, or a plastic surgeon can help you with that. And there are other ways also to reduce fat accumulation. There are new molecules that are coming in that can help prevent more fat accumulation and slowly, gradually, over a period of time, help reduce the fat under your eyes. So these are the 6 different types of dark circles that we all had. I bet you didn't know this unless you've seen one of my videos before, which is why most people and brands don't know how to solve dark circles. You need to address all of these together. Now, everybody doesn't have just one or all. You have different permutation combinations. You might have 10% of pigmented, 20% of dermal, 30% of edema, 5% of fatty under eyes. You might have a little bit of vascularization. So it depends what kind of skin you have, what kind of genetics you have, what kind of lifestyle you have, what products you've used. All of these factors determine what kind of a mix of these different dark circles and under eyes you're going to have. But whether or not you have one or more, you need a product that can help solve all of them. It's very difficult because there's not a lot of research done in this area. And I should probably not talk about this, but a lot of the new age skincare brands, some of them are very nice, but some of them, in fact, a lot of them, probably most of them that I've seen, actually just do internet research, see what ingredients come up, dump them in the products. They look at certain studies. And if there aren't a lot of studies, what are they going to do, right? So you need a brand, or you need a company that has very good intellectual people sitting on the top who are scientists who can make these decisions, which is why we made Melblok's Lumini, which is a dark circles under eye cream that targets all different 6 types of dark circles, which is why dermatologists actually prescribe this. And it's one of their favorites. And some of the smart dermatologists really understand the science. They understand what's happening over here in this product, which is why they're even recommending it. And it's one of the top choices when it comes to dark circles and under eyes these days. I want to see more such dark circles and under eye products. I hope other brands make it so that there's a healthy competition, and the consumer is helped at the end of the day. We are here to help you, right? So when it comes to dark circles, how can you actually get rid of them? What products work? Well, one of the most common misconceptions that I find out there, and there are some studies regarding this, but I don't agree with those studies, is that it happens because of leakage of blood under your eyes. So heme accumulation, no such thing. So there are products you'll see that have a lot of vitamin K in them. I can think of a lot of brands right on the top of my head, but I don't want to name them because then it'll become an issue. But if you find brands that have vitamin K, they are using some logic from some studies, but it's not really that. The issue is the lack of circulation, not necessarily leakage of the blood capillaries. Even if I make your blood capillaries thick so that there's no leakage, it's not going to help as much because your blood vessels can still get constricted. The blood flow can still get restricted. Edema can also happen, which again pushes against the blood vessel and make them smaller. So there's not a lot of circulation that's happening in and around this eye area. So you need to increase circulation, especially if you have lymphatic type of dark circles or you have vascular type of dark circles. Then you need to use also ingredients or stuff that is anti-angiogenic, which can help reduce the number of blood vessels on the surface of the skin, maybe make the skin thicker. So there are a lot of different techniques that you can use to help address dark circles and under eyes. But if you want to achieve results, you definitely need a product, because 60% of the Indian population and even all around the world, especially if you're from Southeast Asia, you are from Africa, Middle East, then regions where generally the skin has more melanin in it, then pigmented dark circles is a major problem. When it comes to pigmented dark circles, you need a technology that can help reduce pigmentation effectively. But the other kinds of dark circles that I already mentioned, if you get good sleep, then you can help reduce lymphatic dark circles. Okay. You can also help reduce vascularization a little bit because your blood vessels are going to have better flow of blood through them. So you're not going to have those blood vessels become visible enough to give you those kind of under eyes and dark circles. Having an anti-inflammatory diet really helps. When I talk about anti-inflammatory diet, the first thing when I talk about diet in general is not what you can add, it's what you can remove from your diet. So you need to reduce and remove inflammatory stuff. What is inflammatory stuff? If you're having a lot of spices that produce heat, for example, you're having garam masala, and a lot of garam masala is called garam masala for a reason, because it heats up your body. It's garam. It causes inflammation. So if you're somebody who has generally a mesomorphic body type, or if you know Ayurveda and you have a high pitta, then you want to kind of reduce the amount of spicy food that you take. That can help reduce inflammation. Don't take acidic food. Acidic food means if you're drinking Diet Coke all the time, or you're drinking Coke all the time, Coke has phosphoric acid in it. It will cause inflammation in your body. If you're having too much of fried foods cause inflammation in the body. There are so many other things. If you have lack of sleep, that also causes inflammation in the body. Lack of sleep in general also causes lymphatic type of dark circles. So what you really want to do is you want to have good sleep. When I mean good sleep, I don't mean there's some arbitrary number like, okay, you need 8 hours, you need 6 hours. Not really. Go to sleep when the sun goes down, wake up when the sun comes up. It's very easy to say, but point is, when you naturally feel sleepy at night, just go to sleep. And when you naturally wake up in the morning, that's when you should get up. For some people, that could be 5 hours. For some people, that could be 9 hours. Whatever it is for you to get good sleep, if you have good sleep, your inflammation is going to go down. A lot of other problems in your body can also go down. And your dark circles are going to improve. You probably have better complexion. Your pigmentation can also reduce. Avoid inflammatory stuff in your diet. You can just search online and find there are a lot of other good content creators who are making a lot of stuff about what is inflammatory. Cut that out. And then take anti-inflammatory stuff. So if you're taking turmeric, for example, a very good way to take turmeric is just put it in your tea in the morning. Just 1/4 of a teaspoon worth of quantity. Put it in your tea. Have that. Use turmeric in your food. That is a very good ingredient that can help reduce inflammation. And it can also boost the glutathione levels in your body and in your skin. That can, again, prevent oxidative damage and prevent pigmentation and help with pigmented dark circles. Then there are a lot of other foods that you can eat that are cooling in nature. Ayurveda gives us a lot of insight on what are cooling foods. Incorporate those. Instead of garam masala, have thanda masala. So you have cool spices as well that can cool your body down. So similarly, just having iced drinks doesn't make your body cooler. All right? It's the microinflammation in your body that is really causing the inflammation and the heat. So you want to cool your body down. Cucumber juice in the morning, ash gourd juice in the morning. These things really help. Then there are certain other things. I'm not going to go into the details, but there are so many good dietitians out there, so many good nutritionists out there. And then you have now AI and ChatGPT who can really help. That can really help you identify what are some cooling foods. But my recommendation is when you do search ChatGPT, right, as per Ayurveda. Because what I have found is that Ayurveda really tells you a lot about, when it comes to food, what qualities are there in the food. It's broken it down into 5 different stages. So it's highly detailed. So look at that. Just because, maybe your dietitian has told you that you should take peanut butter for various things, that peanut butter can cause inflammation. It can increase the heat in your body. So it's not good for everybody. It can be good for some people, but not for everybody. And I've actually found that peanut butter, as per Ayurveda, is very slow to digest. It has fungal spores in it, as per modern science. So there are a lot of things that are issues with peanut butter. But if you're somebody who enjoys peanut butter, then maybe have it not so frequently, and do go to a dietitian or a very qualified nutritionist and find out. So these are certain things that you can do, like good sleep, better diet, to help bring the inflammation down in your body and help realign your body towards better health. That can have a profound impact in helping your dark circles, but not 100%. I expect about a 20 to 25% improvement in your dark circles and under eyes and overall complexion and skin quality if you do this. Now, fasting also helps. If you are on intermittent fasting, that can help. But please do it with supervision, with guidance, because fasting can be very bad for people who have insulin-related issues or who are generally hypoglycemic, which means that you feel very fatigued and tired if you don't eat. But it can be a really, really good remedy for a lot of problems in your body in general. So if you follow these techniques, you can help get rid of your dark circles and you can improve it. Now, what are some of the ingredients that you can find in products that can help reduce dark circles? I've already mentioned turmeric extracts. Hesperidin methylcalone is an ingredient that can really help. Then any ingredient that is an anti-pigment ingredient, but not necessarily an acid, or at least not a strong acid, like hydroxy acids, etc., because they can make your skin condition worse. They can cause more inflammation. Try not to get too much chemical peeling done around your eye area. If you do that, please do it under dermatologist supervision and talk to your dermatologist about the side effect of pigmentation and ask them to manage that better. So you can look for some of these ingredients. But basically, if you're using niacinamide, you can use niacinamide to help reduce that. But niacinamide is going to cause some dryness on your skin as well. So you got to be careful. Make sure your under eye cream is a little bit moisturizing if it has niacinamide in it. That can help you. But like I said, try and avoid a lot of acid-based anti-pigment agents. Non-acid-based anti-pigment agents are also good. You can use those. Undecellenoyl phenylalanine is one ingredient that you can try and find in your dark circles and under eye products. Then, there's this new molecule that's becoming very popular. I've probably talked about it before, or if I haven't, but basically tranexamic acid has been long used to help reduce pigmentation because it works through an alternate mechanism in the skin. If there are products that have that, you can try using them. Even if it's your moisturizer, you can just apply it around your eye area and it should help, but not necessarily, because like I said, there are 6 different types of dark circles under eyes. So look, I'm not going to try and boast about Lumini, which is a product of Melblok, which I've helped build. But really, if I'm coming out there and telling you that there are these 6 different types of dark circles and under eyes that cause, under eye darkness and overall darkness around your eyes, then we have to build a product that targets all of them. So for me, that's the best product, and dermatologists use that for a reason. So if you haven't tried that already yet, if dark circles is a problem for you, you're doing a lot of face time, it creates issues, then try and go for that. Maybe you can try it out and see how that works for you. Put it down in the comments and let me know. That's about it. If I have to go into more details on dark circles, please let me know in the comment section what part of dark circles you really want me to talk about. If there's anything else you want me to address, hit that like and subscribe button because you really want more updates on the amazing videos that I create. I've created a bunch of them here. Have a look. A lot about trying to get rid of the misconception in the market when it comes to skincare. There's so much marketing noise that we've actually all forgotten what the truth is when it comes to skincare and the secrets behind the skincare industry and why brands do what they do and why it's so important to have very good R&D based product development. Not just because you've outsourced your product development to France or you're importing products from Korea doesn't mean that they're good. They can just feel good, but maybe not necessarily do a lot of good for you. So you have to look at that. Dermatologists are very good people that you can go to because they've seen so many people that they kind of understand skin a little bit better. But when I'm coming from someplace, I'm coming from behind the scene, the guy who makes products not just for consumers like you and I, but also for the experts. I can tell you a little bit more about the truth and the reality of ingredients and this whole business of skincare. So if you like this video, like I said, like and subscribe, comment what are the other things that you want me to talk about, and share this video with those people, friends and family who have dark circles, and help spread awareness on this very understood topic or less understood topic so that we can make better decisions in life. All right, I'm Karan Ratti. Now you know better. See you next time.